All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
On the set. 53. Check 53. Stay with me.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. 53. Cut up. Check. 53.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Right. 53. Right. 53. Mike.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis! A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Wait.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got Fuller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First down, Texans.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Completes it to Hardman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 25-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's complete to Fuller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Texans.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch two. Stop your whining. Mike two. All day, every day, any day.
Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Hopkins. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there as the 1st half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. 1st half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing hurting you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Taking a deep shot here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Texans' 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They go play action with Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. Hey, 4-1 Mike.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Campbell making the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Set. Go to bench. 46. Strip the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Hey, hold on. Watch two. I'm coming for you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Watch two. Watch two. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Choose the mic. Watch the screen. Pass. Mike, two. Watch two.
To throw on third down, Jackson. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10 from the shotgun to give to Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. He finds his target, Fuller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And the catch made by Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to go for a big play down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Shift. Back.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 32. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 36 yards on the play. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?